This is the Commissioner meeting of May 13th, 2026 at 6 p.m. at the Sussex County Administrative Center, Commissioner Meeting Room, 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Carney?
Here.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Here.
Commissioner Henderson?
Here.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Here.
Director Space?
Here. Moment of silence and salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice as defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231, PL 1975 has been made by regular mail and email, such notice being submitted on January 6th, 2026 from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located at 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey, to the following: New Jersey Herald, Star Ledger, Straus News, and is also posted on the bulletin board maintained in the Administrative Center for public announcements and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. At this time, please mute all electronic devices. Number 5, approval of agenda. There will be a few changes to the agenda tonight. Removal of minutes, number 12, March 25th, April 8th, and April 22nd. There will be no number 18 personnel agenda. There will be an executive session for number 4, matters relating to collective bargaining agreements, PBA prosecutor, and number 7, matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and the attorney-client privilege homestead. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay, motion carries. Number 6, proclamations, certificates, and presentations. We have a proclamation proclaiming May as Older Americans Month, and that will be read on Friday, May 15th at the Sussex County Fairgrounds. And we have a proclamation making May Mental Health Awareness Month, and that'll be accepted by Christine Florio, the head of Health and Human Services, and Rachel Health, a member of the Mental Health Board, and that's going to be read by Commissioner Silverthorne.
Whereas mental health is an essential part of overall health and well-being, and whereas mental health is defined by the World Health Organization as a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. And whereas mental illness is a leading cause of suffering and disability that is exacerbated by stigma and discrimination, and whereas 1 in 6 youth aged 6 to 17 years and 1 in 5 individuals aged 18 and over will experience a diagnosable mental health disorder each year, and whereas increasing awareness of mental health and the importance of mental health prevention, intervention, and treatment services can encourage those who are suffering to reach out for help, and whereas the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners adopted and supports the campaign to change direction, which is a model to reduce stigma and change the culture of mental health so that all those in need receive the care and the support they deserve. This model supports the inclusion of mental health into overall health, encourages individuals to know the 5 signs of emotional suffering, and supports others to reach out for help when needed. And whereas May is recognized nationally as Mental Health Awareness Month, providing an opportunity to raise awareness, combat stigma, and promote mental health resources. Now, therefore, be resolved that upon the recommendation of the Sussex County Mental Health Board, the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners hereby officially designates May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Sussex County by order of the Board of County Commissioners. Jill Space, Director; Jack DeGroot, Deputy Director; Chris Carney, Alan Henderson, and Dave Silverthorne, Commissioners.
Thank you. Christine, Rachel, you want to say a few words?
Good evening, members of county leadership, fellow board members, providers, advocates, community partners, families, and residents. Thank you for the opportunity to be here this night and for issuing this Mental Health Month proclamation. As co-chair of the Mental Health Board, it is an honor to accept this on behalf of the board and the many individuals, families, and professionals who work every day to strengthen mental health supports across our county. Mental Health Board serves in an advisory and collaborative role, helping to identify community needs, gaps in services, and opportunities for improvement across mental health systems. Our work is grounded in the fundamental belief that the systems work better when listened to the people they are meant to serve. Mental Health Month is more than a designation on a calendar. It's a reminder that mental health touches every single aspect of our lives. It affects children and adults, seniors, veterans, students, and families. It does not discriminate. By issuing this proclamation, the county sends a powerful message that mental health matters and the people matter, and that our community is committed to building systems rooted in dignity, compassion, and access for all. The Mental Health Board is proud to be a part of these conversations, and we remain committed in strengthening them.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so thank you to the board for all of your support with everything we do for mental health. I know the community, the board does give us money through opioid settlement funds, through grant need, and we support mental health initiatives for children, youth, families, adults. So thank you for all your support and everything you do.
Thank you. Can we get a picture with you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next we have the presentation of the 2025 audit by Ray Serenelli from Nisabachia.
Good evening, everybody. Ray Serenelli from Nisabachia, auditor for the county. So tonight I'll be presenting the budget, we'll talk about the budget later. We're going to talk about the audit right now, which is this blue book here. I'm going to save everybody some time and condense it down. It's like 200 pages, so we'll try and get through it quickly. The county did have a good year financially. The fund balance did grow by $185,000 during the year. Started the year with $22,838,000. Used $8,774,000 through the budget process, and then regenerated $8,959,000 for a fund balance of $23 million. So I talk about the fund balance, right? That's your best financial indicator. It's obviously very important. We use it through the budget process to help fund the budget. And it's what the rating agencies look at as our financial health, very similar to retained earnings. So I always like to talk about, how do we know your fund balance is doing well? We try and look at it as a percentage of your operating budget. That's what your fund balance policy looks at as well. You have a range for your healthy fund balance. If you go too high, we try and draw the fund balance down. You go too low, we try and make a plan to get it to grow. So at this point, you're at 17.7%. The maximum amount of your fund balance, according to the policy, should be 20%. That's what the rating agencies would be looking for if you try and maintain a fund balance of somewhere between 15 and 20%. So at 17.5%, it's almost perfect. Considering where we're at in the economic cycle, again, having a little bit of a higher fund balance is probably a good thing. It gives us a little bit more time to be reactive if there's a downturn in the economy. So all very good things in the current operating fund of the financial statements. Financial statements aren't just the operating fund. There's trust funds, there's the capital fund, and the library fund, as well as some of your outside offices. So the trust funds operated normally and effectively. The storm reserve is down slightly. We have a couple of big storms at the beginning of this year, so those are going to be impacting that reserve as well, but it's still very strong, again, giving you more flexibility for when uncertainty arises. So that's a very good thing as well. Capital, that's where we do all the capital projects and we maintain the debt. The long-term debt continues to reduce. The debt is down $8.5 million over the year in 2025 to $71,390,000. That is the lowest it's been in the last 20 years for sure, probably 30, maybe even 40. So that it continues to reduce. Part of the long-term budget plan, the long-term debt plan that the commissioners have put in place over the last several years. So I'm happy to report that it is working. That's probably the lowest it's been in a very long time.
That's great.
The library fund operated strong as well. The fund balance is down just slightly, but it's still in a strong position. So overall, all of your finances are in good shape. As you continue to produce budgets that have a sound fiscal future to maintain taxes and the services that you want to provide, keep a lot of stability for the resident.
Great. Thank you. Anyone? I think we're
Thank you
good.
very much.
Thank you, Ray. Okay. Number 7, resolution authorizing the reading of the 2026 Sussex County budget by title only in accordance with NJSA 40A:4-8. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, a second. Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
Okay, number 8, public hearing. Public hearing for the 2026 Sussex County budget as approved. Can I get a motion to open public hearing for the 2026 Sussex County budget as approved?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, and a
Second.
second. Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Okay, the floor is open. Public hearing is now open. Is anyone present to be heard regarding the 2026 Sussex County budget as approved? Okay, state your name and municipality.
Good evening, commissioners and community members. I'm Ken Collins, Andover Township. I want to thank you for your hard work on a budget. It already feels like with Mr. Hayden replaced, we're getting more bang for the buck. So to speak, and I know we're all grateful for that. For quite some time, I've been coming before you asking you to stabilize property taxes, and every year they go up. This year's no exception. Recently, I've tried to explain to you all that if you raise property taxes by 3.5% a year, you double them to 20. And I explained to you that you've done that. And I want to kind of put that in perspective for you, okay? If you're 25 years old and you come here and you buy a piece of property and the property taxes are $10,000 on it, and you guys raise taxes 3.5% for the next 20 years, well, now they're $20,000. Then if you raise them for the next 20 years, they're not $30,000, they're $40,000. They double again. And then over the next 20 years, they double again. So when that guy is 85, his taxes have now gone from, do the math, did you do it? That's a lot of money. He's paying 80 grand. So you got to really be careful with what you're doing. You can't double tax. You can't raise taxes 3.5% a year. You're going to tax this place out of existence. That's all I got. Thanks.
Anyone else? Can I get a motion that the public hearing be?
One more.
Oh, we have another one. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on up. Didn't see you. Name and municipality. Hello.
Is there a line item in the budget again this year to pay off the solar panel?
Oh, it's paid off.
The other question I have is, year over year, what has the rate of base increase?
Oh, yeah, it's not a Q&A. It's, what's that? Or we can respond. Yeah, we can get you the information.
The reason why I asked that question is that every year, there's at the municipal level, county level, there's an increase in revenue. Where does that increase come from? Taxable base. So if, I'm just using this as an example, if the rateable base went up by $10 million for the county, yet what the county tax rate is per hundred? To 3.38. So say it's $4 to make it easier on me.
It's 0.38. Well, it's 0.39, 0.38 proposed.
So per hundred on $10 million, that means that there was additional revenue to the county.
1 minute.
So I just would encourage you to understand, we always hear about medical expenses going up, but your revenue also goes up. And I would encourage you to work within that revenue increase. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
Still moved.
Okay, Commissioner Carney, and a
Second.
second. Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Okay, the next one. A, resolution, the final adoption of the 2026 Sussex County budget as approved. Be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation of $242,242,833.89 for the purposes stated of the sums therein set forth as appropriations and authorization of the amount of the $108,695,401 for the county purposes to be raised by taxation and certification to the County Board of Taxation of the following summary if general revenues and appropriations. Can I get a motion to finally adopt the 2026 county budget as approved?
So move.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Since I didn't make the last meeting on our introduction, which I apologize for, I just have a few things that I would like to say. One being, I'm pretty sure we don't collect millions of dollars on our ratables. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're around 200 grand this year, maybe 360 last year, Elka, something around there? Right? Correct? Right? Okay. All right. So I just want to clarify that. Everybody could be a Monday morning quarterback and tell us that we can lower taxes 100%. And we can lower taxes. You are correct. We could take out of our fund balance. We could take away all our services and have nothing. No Skylands Ride, no social services. We gave a proclamation for mental health. We could take it all away. That's what we can do. But we don't want to do that. And we also want to pay our employees because they deserve a decent living, them and their families. So we're taxpayers just like everybody else here. And I think we do the best that we can do when we have unfunded mandates, $3.5 million in insurance going up year after year with no light insight whatsoever. So I just want to thank you guys for doing what you do, Elka, Tony, Christina, Ray, and the board, because, we do what's right for this county. I've been here going on 6 years. This is the highest. This is not good for anybody. Most municipalities are a lot higher than we are, and I'm not trying to brag by all means, but for the last 6 years or 5 years prior, I would say our average was about 1.1% on a levy going up. When you have inflation at 9%, that's not bad. Our employees, we have a lot more employees than we did when I first started here. They're getting paid a good wage, right? And again, they deserve to get that good wage. So I stick behind our budget. Again, I would love it to be zero. And I would love to be able to keep the services that we have, but you can't have both. So I know, everybody could fix things. And again, Monday morning quarterbacks, there's so many of them. We do what we can do and we're trying to do our best. And again, thank you guys.
And
That's all.
also public safety. That's another thing that's
I can go on and on,
big part.
Director, you
Yep,
know what I
yep.
mean? It's just, so, but thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to supplement what Commissioner Carney had stated. This budget that's been prepared and was introduced also reflects a decrease of over 40 items. This board, the subcommittees, our staff, we went through line item, literally item through item through item, to what we could decrease. This budget represents a decrease of $2,013,452 that we were able to remove from the budget without decreasing a single service or a single, anything that we are providing the taxpayers. So I think there's something to be said for that as well, that we are managing, we are looking, and we are keeping the taxpayers in mind.
And we're continuing doing our debt,
Yes,
pay down our debt, which is big, as Ray said, right? I think 1.5 million, in debt reduction this year. Am I correct? Okay. More than that? That was the extra 1.5. What was it?
Like 7 million. in
7
2025.
million with debt reduction. Okay,
It's huge.
that's huge. So now it's pay as you go instead of borrowing money for some of you guys who,
Roll call, please.
Director Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney,
yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Okay. Final adoption of ordinance 26-01. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with the notice of public hearing stating that it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. Bond ordinance providing for the undertaking of 2026 capital improvements at and for certain facilities of Sussex County Community College located within the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, appropriating $1,200,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,150,000 bonds or notes of the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, for financing such appropriation, the principal of and interest on the aggregate principal amount of which will be entitled to state aid pursuant to Chapter 12 of the laws of New Jersey of 1971. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson, a second,
Second.
Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. State your name and municipality, and this is 3 minutes or less to speak. Okay. Is anyone present to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, being none, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay. Now, can I get a motion that this ordinance finally be adopted?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner
Second.
Carney, and second was Commissioner Silverthorne. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. A motion that the resolution be adopted. Well, we already had that. This is on here.
The ordinance be
Oh,
adopted and the resolution.
Oh, okay.
The resolution of the advertisement.
Okay, okay, I get it. Okay, that the resolution be adopted. Okay, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, a second. Deputy Director DeGroot, a roll call, please.
Director Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney,
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Is that that one? Is that just said that? So I think that was wrong.
Yeah, it's that the resolution be adopted
Right,
and
okay.
advertised.
Oh, and advertised, okay. C, final adoption of ordinance 26-02. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with the notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. A bond ordinance providing for various 2026 capital improvements by and in the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, appropriating $2,823,095, therefore, and authorizing $2,681,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the costs thereof. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Carney, a second.
Second.
Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay, is anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance? Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson and Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be finally adopted?
So moved.
Okay, Deputy Director DeGroot, in a second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Can I get a motion that the resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the county Administrative Center.
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson, roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
Okay. D, final adoption of ordinance 26-03. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with a notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. Capital ordinance providing funding for certain capital improvements in and for the county and the Sussex County Career and Technical High School located within the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $8,225,223, therefore to pay for the cost thereof. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne with a second, Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstain. Is anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance? Okay. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, second, Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. Okay. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be finally adopted?
So
moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, and a second with Commissioner Silverthorne. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Okay. Can I get a motion that the resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County of the Administrative Center?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, and a second from Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yeah.
Okay, E, final adoption of ordinance 26-04. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with the notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. Capital ordinance providing for various improvements to roads and bridges in and for the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $1,480,170, therefore $1,479,670 from grants received or expected to be received from the New Jersey Department of Transportation to pay for the cost thereof. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain. Is anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance? Okay, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, a second from Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be finally adopted?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne,
Second.
a second. Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstain. Okay, motion carries. Motion that the resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center.
So moved.
Okay, Deputy Director DeGroot makes the motion, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
F, final adoption of ordinance 26-05. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with the notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. The ordinance approving a use application for the reservation and use of the Newton Green. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson, and a second.
Second.
Commissioner Carney, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose, abstain. Okay, the floor is open. Anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance? Okay, being none, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Deputy Director DeGroot, and a second from Commissioner Silverthorne. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstain. Motion carries. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be finally adopted?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson
Second.
makes a motion. Commissioner Silverthorne seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Motion that the resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center.
So moved.
Okay, Deputy Director DeGroot makes a motion. Second.
Second.
Commissioner Carney, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
Okay. G, final adoption of ordinance 26-06. At our regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2026, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised on the County of Sussex website on April 23rd, 2026, together with a notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. An ordinance of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners to establish rules of conduct and decorum for public meetings. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be opened?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, a second from Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Is anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance? Okay, being none, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, a second from Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. A motion that this ordinance be finally adopted.
So moved.
Okay, Deputy Director DeGroot makes a motion. Second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Motion that this resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
Okay, public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make a comment of 3 minutes or less regarding an agenda item. Please line up at the microphone and state your name and municipality and agenda topic for the record. Can I get a motion to open the floor for public comment?
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, a second. Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained. The floor is open for 3 minutes or less, agenda topics only. Okay, being none, can I get a motion to close the floor for, oh, there is one. Sorry, I'm reading so fast. Agenda topic only, please.
Caliendo, Hampton Township, about immigration.
Is that, which agenda? The agenda item. This isn't the public comments
Oh,
for
I'm
everything
sorry, I'm
yet.
sorry.
That'll come up later. Thank you. Okay. Anyone, agenda topics only? Okay. Can I get a motion to close the floor for public comment? Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, second. Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain? Okay, floor is closed. Okay, number 10, Commissioner comments. I'm going to start with Commissioner Silverthorne.
Well, once again, since I go first, I'm gonna just limit it to the things I did either by myself or mostly by myself. And it's been 3 weeks, so there's been a lot of stuff that we've done. And Mr. Collins, like I said, you're getting your money's worth now because I'm going to everything I can go to. So and I'd like to thank Bill Copenhall for attending an Ogdensburg Bridge meeting with me about something that they were very concerned about. And once you go and talk to them, it allays a lot of their fears. So that's moving along. But that was one of them. We went to, I'm going to leave that one because that was everybody. Commissioner Henderson and myself did the Andover and Lafayette DPW tour. I attended the Blue Denim Ball in Belvedere. They were very happy to have someone from Sussex County attend. We did the Frankfurt and Wantage DPW tour, so we've completed all the DPW buildings that we had on our schedule. I completed the second half of my library tour, which was Sussex, Wantage, Franklin, and Vernon. I also stopped by their in-service, which was the following week, I believe. We had a meeting with the tax board concerning something they wanted to talk about with shared services, which Christina Marks is going to bring up a little bit later. We had the Board of Taxation reorganization that I attended. Commissioner Henderson and myself did a jail tour. And did you go to that?
No.
I went that on.
Every other thing with you.
And also I did attend the Branchville Hose Company installment dinner with Commissioner Space was there as well. We did a facilities tour. with Mr. Henderson, and that was good to see everything. The guys that keep everything running and oftentimes get a lot of the blame, or it's good to see what they have to deal with, and a lot of times it's, they're doing the best they can with what they have. I attended a Byram Council meeting, Branchville Council meeting, and also a Franklin Borough Council meeting. I went down to the NJAC for a commissioner's orientation. They had a large number of new commissioners elected this year, and this is the first time they had a commissioner's orientation in, I think, about 14 years. So I did attend that. It was very informative. Met some good people, and did do a little bit of gambling. So what's on there? And today we attended the community college commencement, and we also did a tour of Commissioner Henderson and myself did a tour of the sheriff's office here on High Street, and also the court complex, just to get a better feel for everything over there. That's the majority of the things I did, either alone or with a few of these guys. There are a lot of other things we did do together, and that's all.
Commissioner Henderson.
I look at his bullet points and I feel guilty going to read you what we did here in the last 3 weeks. On April 23rd, I, along with Commissioner Director Space, Carney, and Silverthorne, we attended the groundbreaking of the new pole barn at Sussex County Sheriff's OEM site. Also on the 23rd, Commissioner Director Space, Silverthorne, and I attended the Sussex County ribbon cutting for the newly renovated library and student center. What a transformation. It looks exceptional. Well done, SCC President, Dr. Corey Homer, and all those involved in making this a reality. Later that day, I attended the Sussex County Open Space meeting via Zoom. There were 5 presentations by municipalities for the trail grant from Stillwater, Frankfort, Wantage, Hopatcong, and the county. It's my understanding since that meeting, several other municipalities have submitted for the grant. On April 24th, Commissioner Silverthorne and I did a tour of 2 Sussex County DPW garages in Andover and Lafayette to speak with workers about their concerns and tour their facilities. We also did a site visit that day at the county sign shop where all county road signs are produced, as well as assisting municipalities with their sign needs. On Monday, April 27th, Commissioner Silverthorne and I visited Frankfort and Sussex DPW garage to tour their buildings and speak with the employees. I just would like to personally thank all the employees for the incredible job they did this winter, but all year long, keeping the roads in great shape for our commuters in and out of the county. Later that afternoon, we met with DPW workers from Sussex and Vernon at the Sussex garage. I think this interaction with employees means a lot to employees, as it's our chance to personally thank them and show them their appreciation for their dedication to the county. On April 28th, I, along with Commissioner Silverthorne, attended the School of Conservation ceremony where they received a historical marker. The history behind this place is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, some of their funding is being cut as well. On April 29th, I attended the SCC President's Ball at the Community College along with Commissioner Space and Silverthorne. Exciting time for Dr. Corey Homer to be officially sworn in as a president of SCC. Certainly well-deserved honor for Dr. Homer as he leads the college into the future. Also that evening, my fellow commissioners, we attended Sussex County Crime Stopper, hosted by our county sheriff and staff. It's incredible to see the outpouring support for this program. Just as a side note, Crime Stopper arrests of the individuals that dump the dogs throughout the county come from one tip to Crime Stoppers. Please, as the saying goes, if you see something, say something. It could help to an arrest of an individual or a case. On April 30th, Commissioner Silverthorne and I presented a proclamation to the Warren Habitat Humanity event at Perona Farms. Fantastic evening and fundraiser. They are currently renovating a home on Route 565 in Wantage where a family and their young son will reside. Habitat for Humanity is looking for a location in the county for a restore, as well as other properties throughout the county to build or renovate for additional homes. On April 30th, Commissioner Director Space and I had a meeting with Sheriff Strada regarding building security. On May 1st, I attended National Law Day at the courthouse, one of my first times attending. Great event celebrating 250 years of America and the law of the land. On May 4th, Commissioner Silverthorne and I did a visit of the Facilities Department. This also gave us the opportunity to hear about issues or concerns that they see in the field. One interesting point is that county owns approximately 100 buildings. 38 of them are occupied by staff members. Out of that, 33 need new roofs now or in the near future. I'm a firm believer that no additional buildings should be built in this county until we catch up. Our administrator certainly has her work cut out for her, but I have all the confidence in you that you will proceed on a positive path with a plan to complete these and other projects as we move forward. Later that afternoon, Commissioner Carney and I attended a county planning board meeting where several applicants presented information requesting waivers or clarifications on several projects on county roads. That evening, I attended the Hopatcon Borough meeting via Zoom. On May 6th, I attended the SCUMA meeting as their liaison. That same evening, I attended the Sussex County VOTEC board meeting where a lot of teachers and parents voiced their concern over the cutting of the ag shop and the loss of a guidance counselor. Currently, there are 3 guidance counselors, each with a workload of 300 children apiece. The loss of 1 staff member will increase 300 children to 2 staff members to handle, as well as other staff being cut. On May 7th, along with Commissioner Silverthorne, we attended an EDC breakfast at Yetter's Diner and members of the County Chamber, Lafayette, Frankfort, Branchville businesses to hear their comments and concerns and the need to work together to keep the county thriving. Later that day, I attended an Andover Township meeting regarding the ordinance about the data center and restrictions. The show of residents was incredible. I'd estimate 300 or 400 individuals there, all of which voiced their concern about the data center in Andover Township. This ordinance was going to be up for further discussion at their next meeting, but as you're well aware, the township had a special meeting last night to repeal the ordinance. I did attend it via Zoom. On May 8th, I was honored to be asked, along with Commissioner Carney, Silverthorne, and Deputy Mayor Sitovan of Frankfort, to attend the opening day at the Miners game to throw out the first pitch. I'm glad to be reading this report before Commissioner Carney, as he's going to tell you he was asked to be signed up as an all-star player. If you believe that, I have a bridge in the desert I'd like to sell you. I wish the Miners the best of luck as they begin their ball season. On May 9th, I attended an Eagle Scout event where I presented a proclamation to a young man from this board for his achievement as an Eagle Scout. A very dedicated, hardworking young man that I have no doubt will lead his generation into the future. On May 12th, Commissioner Director Space Silverthorne and I attended the chamber breakfast. Today, Commissioner Silverthorne and I did a tour of the county sheriff's officer and court. I'd like to thank Sheriff Strada and the staff. Excellent tour. And as Commissioner Silverthorne said, today we just finished the college graduation. And my last thing is a senior service care support group meeting will be held virtually on Zoom, 2 to 3 p.m. on Thursday, May 21st. It helps people taking care of individuals and provides them a lot of information on help they might need. And that's all I have.
Commissioner Carney.
Thank you. I just want to start off with, I threw a strike.
It's still for sale.
I'm going to read fast. I'm going to start with DPW. Sussex County Division of Public Works, Highway Agency Stormwater Permit. Division of Public Works has completed the first round of street sweeping along with 620 lanes of mile of county routes. Sweeping is one of the minimum basic requirements included with Sussex County Highway Agency Stormwater Permit issued by the NJDBP. Permit requires the county to sweep each county route a minimum of 3 times per year. Materials collected are logged into the county's asset management system and reported to NJDBP as part of the annual permit certification process. Sussex County Farmland Preservation Plan. Sussex County Planning Board is holding a public meeting at 4 o'clock on June 1st, to review and adopt the updated comprehensive farmland preservation plan. Sussex County Agricultural Board has been working on an updated plan for the past year. The updated plan will help steer the program over the next 10 years. The meeting will include a presentation of the plan updates, and plan goals and objectives. The draft plan is available for review on the Sussex County website. This hearing offers the public an opportunity to provide comments on the plan. Comments can also be provided directly to Sussex County Division of Planning. And you can call them at 973-579-0500. Construction, as one of the commissioners mentioned, we had the groundbreaking. So this has a lot to do with that. I know the DPW is excited. They don't usually get to build new buildings or any kind of site construction, and they have 2 going on, so I know they're pretty excited about that. So staff within the Division of Public Works, the Office of Bridge and Traffic Safety, and the Office of Facilities Management are continuing work on the Sussex County Division of Health Storage Building and the Sussex County Sheriff's Storage Building and Modular Office Project. Both projects are located in Frankfort Township. Crews have completed the pads and are currently installing the site stormwater systems and rough grading throughout the parking areas. The building contractor is expected to begin construction of the Division of Health Storage Building within the next few weeks. And this was all funded by ARPA money, so it needs to be spent and by the end of the year. Or actually before that, if Elka can help it. Public Works construction crew are also working on repairs to stormwater inlets and stormwater collection pipes in preparation of the upcoming resurfacing program. Sussex County Traffic Safety Program. Staff from the Office of Bridge and Traffic Safety have completed the annual functional inspection over 14,000 traffic control signs owned and operated by the county. Spring and summer work will focus on replacement of signs which have been damaged or reached end of their functional service life. Crews will also be trimming sightline obstructions to allow approaching drivers a free and clear line of sight for these signs. The Office of Bridge and Traffic Safety has also started deployment of dynamic speed signs. Dynamic speed signs are deployed by the county to enhance drivers' awareness of posted and travel speeds along our county route system. The county receives numerous complaints about cars speeding within residential, urban, and school zones. Deployment of speed monitors under this program target a number of locations which the county receives recurring calls and complaints of speeding. Safety along our roads in our communities is responsibility of everyone. Stay alert and always be aware of the roadway's posted speed limit. Couple things that some of the commissioners maybe left out. I did attend NJAC as well, down Atlantic City. Learned a couple things. One I will be bringing up to Administrator Marks was AI. I'm a little leery always about AI, but minutes can be done in AI, with AI. Price was a little but I just thought that was a good one that caught my attention. And then LoSAP. LoSAP was something that some municipalities should use. It's basically somewhat of a payment for their services for first responders and fire departments and so on and so forth. I did talk to Deputy Mayor Civitan about that. And if there's any counties out there, if you're watching, listening, or whatever, if they have any questions, I have a good contact. This guy is the guru of LoSAP, not just in the state of New Jersey, but throughout the country. I think it's important to respect our first responders. It retains them, it brings them in. I think it's a very, very good program. And then last but not least, I attended the Taste of Talent for Project Self-Sufficiency. If you like to eat, you should go there. It's very good. It's a great fundraiser at Perona Farms. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Deputy Director DeGroot.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to begin with the NJTPA Board of Trustees meeting, which was held this past week in Newark. At that meeting, we heard from Jim Kirkos, President and CEO of Meadowlands Chamber, who provided an update on both the FIFA World Cup flag cities planning and the broader community experiences taking shape across North Jersey, as well as an overview of future development plans for the Meadowlands. Specifically, Mr. Kirkos discussed a study currently being finalized that explores redeveloping an existing sports complex of the Meadowlands between American Dream and the MetLife Stadium into a modern multi-use convention and events complex, along with a 1,000-room hotel. He noted that this redevelopment strategy could generate an estimated $30 billion in economic impact over 30 years. He also shared the efforts are underway to secure support from the governor and the state legislator for potential state funding, with the goal of breaking ground by 2027 and completing the project in time for a potential ribbon cutting in 2030. Continuing on, I had the opportunity to speak at Resurrecting the Beef Industry in New Jersey Ag Forum, which I co-hosted alongside Dean LaBavera in collaboration with Sussex County Community College and Warren County Community College. We were honored to have New Jersey Secretary of Agriculture Ed Wingren in attendance, along with professionals and producers from across the Garden States. Overall, I believe this forum was a great success in helping move the conversation forward for strengthening the beef production here in New Jersey. The key focus on the discussion was the need for expanding local processing capacity and the role of additional processing facilities could play in better supporting livestock producers throughout the state. The event reinforced the importance of continued collaboration between farmers, educational institutions, industry leaders, and government officials as we work to support and grow New Jersey's agriculture for future generations. Additionally, I attended two events near and dear to my heart, as I had the honor of attending Today's Choice Annual Banquet and the New Jersey Right to Life Annual Gala, both celebrating the sanctity and gift of life and held during the same exact week. It was truly uplifting to join so many individuals from Sussex County and across the state of New Jersey who are committed to serving mothers, children, and families with compassion, love, and faith. Not only that, but during that same week, the United States Supreme Court unanimously ruled in favor of First Choice Women Resource Center in its case against the state of New Jersey, reaffirming the important constitutional protections surrounding freedom of association and donor privacy for faith-based pregnancy centers. The decision marked a significant moment for organizations that answer the biblical call to protect the innocent, care for mothers in need, and uphold the dignity of every human life created in the image of God. Other than that, since our last meeting, I had the opportunity to attend some additional events, some of which already were mentioned by my fellow commissioners. A few others I attended include Taste of Vernon, the Sussex Kiwanis annual live and silent auction, and the Hope Through the Valley annual banquet. Each of these events was wonderful and served a great reminder of the strong sense of community, service, and generosity that continues to make Sussex County such a special place to live and work. That's all. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. Division of Senior Services Annual Public Hearing will be held at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday, June 4th, 2026 in the Sparta Senior Center at Knoll Heights Village located at 40 Trapasso Drive in Sparta. The purpose of the hearing is to receive comments on the proposed 2027 Area Plan Update, which generates funding for Sussex County through the Older Americans Act of 1965 is amended. Attendees will have the opportunity to voice their opinions on current service needs for the seniors of Sussex County. Anyone who would like to testify at the public hearing or submit written testimony should contact the Sussex County Division of Senior Services by May 29th at 973-579-0555, extension 1222, or email seniorservices@sussex.nj.us. Individuals requiring transportation to the public hearing may contact Sussex County Skylands Ride at 973-579-0480 no later than 11 a.m. on May 28th, 2026 to make a reservation. Division of Health, Pole Barn Emergency Response and Storage Facility. A groundbreaking ceremony was held, which we all attended, to construct the Sussex County Division of Health Pole Barn Facility on Morris Turnpike in Frankfort Township on Friday, April 17th. The Sussex County Board of County Commissioners authorized utilization of American Rescue Plan Act funding for this new facility to support the Division of Health's wide range of critical services, including emergency preparedness and response, communicable disease surveillance and response, and public health outreach and support, among others. The Health Pole Barn Emergency Response and Storage Facility will be located on county-owned property and will strategically function as part of the county's Morris Turnpike campus. The location serves as a hub for public safety and emergency management operations, which will provide important operational benefits and enhance coordination efforts between county public safety and public health agencies during an emergency response, which the two pole barns are actually going to be located across the street from each other in front of the old juvenile detention center, which is where we have the county OEM. Going to keep my comments a little short tonight because I'm tired of speaking, and I'm sure you're all tired of hearing me speak. We've obviously had a busy 3 weeks since our last meeting. It was an honor to address the 2026 Sussex County Community College graduates this afternoon. They had 212 graduates walk. Dr. Homer said there's about 400, in between 400 to 500 graduates each year at Sussex County Community College. A huge accomplishment to get to that point. Another highlight was speaking at the inauguration of the college's new president, Dr. Corey Homer. Dr. Homer became the 7th president at Sussex County Community College. I had the opportunity to speak at the ribbon cutting for the new Learning Commons at the college. It's nice to see all the improvements in the infrastructure there. As the others said, we've attended the groundbreaking ceremony for a new Sheriff's Pole Barn. This is a project done through ARPA funds, will be done mostly in-house. Congratulations to all those that made the Crime Stoppers event a huge success. We all had a great time for a great cause. Commissioner Silverthorne and I attended Branchville Fire Department's installation dinner. A huge congratulations to Mr. Russell Bellis for 65 years of dedicated service. We are all so appreciative to our local volunteer firefighters. Commissioner Henderson Silverthorne and I attended the Chamber's annual Wellness Breakfast Fair yesterday. It's my favorite. My favorite time of the month is when we get to have breakfast at the Corona Farms, because we don't normally have a breakfast, so I love that. I also had a subcommittee meeting yesterday from the Sussex County Economic Development Partnership, and I do believe that the county needs smart growth and more ratables. Finally, I had a meeting yesterday at the fairgrounds with Deputy Administrator Lorraine Hentz, Rayan Giroux, and Michael Richards, the fair president. on our 250th America celebration, and it's scheduled for June 7th at 3 p.m. It's moving right along. The event is free. We will have plenty of food vendors, regular vendors, artisans, bounce houses, games, fireworks, and much more. And again, this event is free. If you want more information, we're going to have more information on our website and the county's Facebook page. There's some information right outside the door to the left. Well, my left. It would be, it would be your left too. Yeah, anyway, I'm tired. It's been a long day and I haven't spoken this much in a year, 2 years. Last time I was director when it was the budget. Okay, and that's all I have. Number 11, we have no consent agenda. Number 12, approval of the regular meeting minutes from March 11th. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the March 11th meeting? Okay, Commissioner Henderson, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Carney, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Number 13, we have no ordinances. Number 14, no appointments and/or resignations. Number 15, resolutions. Can I get a motion to adopt resolutions A through K? Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Carney, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Okay, number 16, awards of contract change orders bids. Okay. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex has reviewed the award of contract change orders bids consisting of various proposed resolutions and determined that the adoption of said resolutions is in and will further the public interest. Can I get a motion to adopt resolutions A through I?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, a second.
Second.
Commissioner Carney, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Okay. Can I get a motion to pay bills list A of May 13th, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, a second from Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space,
Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
Deputy.
Yes.
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 Okay. Can I get a motion to pay bills list B of May 13th, 2026?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Henderson, and a second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space,
Abstain?
Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Resolution C. Resolution determining the form and other details of the offering of $4,881,000 general obligation bonds consisting of $3,731,000 vocational technical school bonds, Series 2026, and $1,150,000 county college bonds, Series 2026, County College Bond Act 1971, NJ Laws C-12 as amended of the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, and providing for the sale of such bonds and additionally determining certain matters with respect to the sale and issuance of $4,101,000 bond anticipation notes. Can I get a motion to adopt Resolution C?
Still moved.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Carney, and a second Deputy Director DeGroot. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne.
Yes.
Okay. Personnel, we have none. Number 19, administrative report.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My report is short tonight as well. I just wanted to provide a quick update on the American Rescue Plan Act-funded projects that the county is currently working on. The Franklin Library facade and roof work was completed and is being scheduled to be paid on May 27th, 2026, closing out that encumbrance. We had money set aside for the CDL license training. That final class was also completed. The invoice is in process to be paid, and all monies encumbered for this project then will have been paid out. The Historical Society School Outreach, we are anticipating to receive a project update from the Historical Society on Friday, May 15th. And thank you to Elka for following up on that with our historian. And then the county facility roofing projects, the work to the mosquito building was completed. We're just waiting to receive the final invoices. And then we really only have a couple other projects that are currently ongoing, which are those pole barns. The feasibility study, I want to thank the board for approving the appraisal company this evening. First thing, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be meeting with our team, Bill Copenal, Elka Yetter, Keith Nelson, and I to discuss this project and begin to move forward with the study for review by the board. We've been having some difficulties currently with our vendor for fuel. They are not filling up our pumps to capacity, and this is causing a significant issue with our county operations. So we have referred this as of last week to county council and to see what our options are under the current contract. And then lastly, in addition, Commissioner Silverthorne and I met with the tax board and representatives from the tax board. Currently, not all municipalities are updating their tax maps, which per state statute should be updated annually. And however, the state, which oversees that, is not enforcing that these tax maps are updated timely. So we were approached by the Board of Taxation about creating a shared service where the county could help coordinate this effort utilizing our current vendor. Many municipalities do currently use the same vendor, so it would be a savings across the board to the taxpayers throughout the county. We received some information where Monmouth County is currently doing this. I had a chance to quickly review that before I was away. And while they are doing that on a shared service basis, they're doing it in a method where Monmouth County is actually overseeing it and taking control and funding it. That is not the proposal that's been brought to us. So we are reviewing that a little bit more, how we could do that in-house and not be a fully funded county project. But again, it's where the municipalities would contribute to that. We do have a mayor's meeting on Saturday, the 16th. So that is something that I'm going to bring up with all of the municipal mayors. To get this on board. It is something that, after speaking with the tax board, would be a benefit to everyone throughout the county and making sure that all of these tax maps are updated and current. And that is all I have.
Thank you. Number 21, does anyone have any unfinished business? Okay. Number 22, new business. We have a resolution, authorization to provide for large modular blocks for gravity retaining wall for the Department of Engineering and Planning to Northeast Concrete Products LLC in the amount of $97,408. Can I get a motion to adopt Resolution A?
Still move.
Okay, Commissioner Carney, and second, please.
In a second.
Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Silverthorne?
Yes.
I did not see a spot for, I skipped over the county council report. Sorry, I was making your life a little quicker.
I only have two items.
County council report.
Only two items, Director, both executive session, one in furtherance of a contract dispute, the other in resolution of a piece of old litigation out of the prosecutor's office. I'll go over both of them with you all tonight in executive. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry about that. Number 23, public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make general comments of 3 minutes or less on non-agenda topics. Please line up at the microphone and state your name and municipality for the record. Can I get a motion to open the floor for public comment?
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, a second. Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain. Okay, the floor is open.
Good evening again, Ken Collins, still from Andover Township. There is no need to be condescending and call your constituents Monday morning quarterbacks. How belittling. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. Carney. People come here to express their concerns and feelings. Stop being so condescending to them. I do hope that won't continue if you are county clerk. I want to thank Commissioner Henderson for coming out to the Andover Township Committee meeting on May 7th. It was refreshing to see a county commissioner taking interest in our fight to stop a data center from being built at the old Newton Airport site on Stickles Pond Road. The township found out about this plan at the 11th hour. Had an applicant come in 2 weeks earlier, we may have been too late to stop it, but fortunately we were not. The community came together across party lines to force their own elected officials to act as proper stewards of Andover Township and pass a ban on data centers, yet they still resisted. But the townspeople would not stand for it. They organized, they lawyered up, they showed up to the May 7th Township Committee meeting, as Commissioner Henderson noted, and demanded a data center ban. The testimony of our community was thoughtful, personal, heart-wrenching. We should not have to fight those we elect to govern, just so they would be proper stewards of the place we call home. Home should be a safe place. I urge the board to adopt a moratorium on data center construction throughout the county without further delay. Take 6 months to review data centers and their impacts and enact resolutions to govern their construction if you so desire, or prohibit them altogether, as I urge. If you're going to allow data centers to be built in this county, decide on guidelines and allowable locations. But for now, pass a countywide moratorium to give other communities 6 months to take a stand like we did in Andover. Don't let these monstrosities sneak in under the radar. In case you're not aware, they plan on building one on Weldon Road in Sparta. You need to do something. Stop these things before they're getting built without the community having any input. Thanks.
Rayanne Giroux, Stillwater Township, but I'm also actually talking to you as a social worker working for Senior Services. And this is in response to the meeting regarding the veteran service officers that were in question last time. So I did make some contact. So we have two. Louis Segurio is our VSO for Sussex County. He is here Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at Franklin from 8 a.m. to 2:30. He is a little behind because there's so many claims going on right now that he's about 2 months behind, but he is answering emails and he is answering phone. He usually says within 48 hours, those are answered. He has Yasmin Rodriguez. She completes the initial intake process for all appointments and then starts to schedule the appointments with Louis. They only are not, yes, they're in Sussex County and Franklin, but they also have an office in Dover. So if you're in Hopatcon or something like that, you may want to go to the Dover graphics. So he's saying that to let you know that they're also available in Dover. So what I have provided for you is his contact information in the contact, his name, her name, and the Dover address, as well as the Sussex address, which is 48 Riker Road in Franklin. And his Dover address is 479 West Clinton Street in Dover. And that's where the veterans from Sussex County can go and speak to their VSO.
We appreciate everything that you do for the veterans.
Good evening, Commissioners. Nick Civitan, Deputy Mayor, Frankfurt Township.
Brian Phillips, Commissioner.
We just have a token of our appreciation and a little proclamation that we made. So in honor of this historic occasion in American history and to extend our appreciation, the Township Committee of Frankfurt presents you with the America 250th Challenger coin. Your commitment to excellence illustrates the very determination and innovative spirit that drove our forefathers of this nation to achieve the greatness that ignited a revolution called freedom. God bless America. There's an extra coin in there we'd like to put into the time capsule.
Dan Caliendo, Hampton Township. Immigration. Despite many attempts to pass an overall immigration policy, the U.S. has vacillated between near open borders and asylum and due process legal practices, closed borders and the detention and deportation of both convicted criminals as well as those with no criminal history. Present, we have seen the proliferation of detention centers to 456, the arrest, incarceration, and deportation of both hardened criminals, which are 8% of the immigrant population, as well as 73% of those with no criminal convictions. As of April 6, detainees numbered 60,000. Compounding the problem is a 25% reduction of immigration judges. Studies show that with legal process available, immigrants are 5 times more likely to obtain relief, which leaves us with one significant increase of those without charges having decreased chance of legal resources resulting in higher rates of detention and removal. 2, the management of detention centers by private companies with profit as their primary motive. 3, the escalation of aggressive tactics in detention centers and immigrant communities by the fear of demographic shifts referred to as the browning of America. Our immigration problem is not the presence of law-abiding immigrants, but the failure of many administrations to enact reform. The administration announced kinder and more focused approach toward immigration community. Whether this comes to pass or not, it is the responsibility of private citizens and elected officials to aggressively push for comprehensive immigration reform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathy Brennan, Hampton Township. I will make this very quick because many of us have data centers on our mind at the moment. And I was happy to see Commissioner Henderson at the event. I just wanted to reiterate basically the same things, that these data centers are just being thrown up. There's nothing being discussed about them or whatever, and the effects of them on the environment, the noise, the water usage, the electrical usage. And I would suggest the same thing that the county suggests, that for now, municipalities put a moratorium on any consideration of any data centers, for at least for now and possibly forever, because it seems like these data centers are becoming out of control. The one that they wanted to put in Andover was a huge center, which they had to pass ordinances in order for it to be able to even happen. And it would totally ruin our environment and totally affect all the people living in the area. Thank you.
Jean Apriage, Hampton. It's time to stop MAGA madness from destroying our country. It's time to replace our elected officials who continue to support the tyrant in the White House who is corrupting our government at an exponential rate, stealing our tax dollars, and demanding the disenfranchisement of millions of Americans. To stop MAGA madness, it's important to understand why it has taken hold in this country. Simply put, it is based on insecurity, fear, racism, and corruption. It's been widely known for decades that the white majority in this country would shift to the minority as the population of immigrants and resident Black, Brown, and Asian groups grew. Conservative groups like the Old Tea Party, the Heritage Foundation, and MAGA support legislation and court decisions that serve to maintain their grip on political power before they become the minority. Actions that are dismantling our democratic institutions and disenfranchising millions of Americans. Mad MAGAs who do not understand American history think that this makes sense. 250 years ago, our forefathers fought the Revolutionary War, not because they were taxed, but because they did not have the right of representation in the legislative body that imposed those taxes. As Mad MAGAs continue to gerrymander their way to maintain control of Congress in the upcoming midterm elections, the masses will rise up to demand representation in our government, especially as we witness a tyrant stealing our tax dollars for pet projects and causing the cost of living to skyrocket. MAGA madness is allowing a tyrant to overtly skirt the law and approve no-bid contracts to companies that charge 3 times the amount of money the projects actually cost. The Reflecting Pool, $13.1 million. The Trump Arch, $100 million. The White House Ballroom, $1 billion. Retrofitting the Saudi gift plane, $1 billion. The war in Iran, $29 billion. ICE detention warehouses, $38.3 billion. The Golden Dome, $1.2 trillion. Our tax dollars are going straight into the pockets of Trump, his family, and his cronies. Blindly following a cult leader without questioning or opposing his policies and illegal and corrupt actions is madness. When you support a tyrannical leader who misuses our tax dollars, threatens innocent citizens, dismantles government institutions, and takes away our right of representation in our government, you are part of the problem. In the long run, just like the British hold on the American colonies, just like the slaveholders' grip on an inhumane system, and just like the KKK's grasp on the Jim Crow South, MAGA madness will lose. It's time to stop the MAGA madness from harming the citizens of Sussex County.
Hello, Diane Rude, Hampton Township. I'm here tonight on behalf of PBA 138 Detectives Bargaining Unit. I'm just here to say hi. Please accept our proposal to you. Hope you sharpen your pencils. We did for ours, and please consider it. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good evening. Manfred Braun from Hardiston Township. I'd like to comment on Director Space's monologue at the April 8th meeting. Trump has long cultivated the idea among his supporters that he is always the smartest person in the room. The record suggests otherwise. He is a 34-time convicted felon and a civil adjudicated sexual abuser and a man who incited an insurrection in a failed attempt to overturn a free and fair election. These are not matters of opinion, but they are matters of public record. While these facts are deeply disturbing, they are in the past. What lies ahead that should concern every one of us who values our democracy? Let's be blunt. Trump is flailing. His approval rating is at historic lows, even among some of the MAGA faithful. As such, Trump knows that Republicans cannot win in November, and he is willing to go to any lengths to steal the upcoming election. He continues to insist that there is rampant voter fraud while presenting absolutely no evidence. He has on several occasions stated that the elections should be nationalized, a clearly unconstitutional directive. The SAVE Act, the rampant redistricting efforts, ballot seizures in California and Georgia, and the demands of DOJ to secure states' voter rolls all bear this out. Additionally, the administration has said it will send ICE agents to polling centers to oversee the elections, another clearly unconstitutional directive. Mark Elias, whose law firm has been fighting and winning in the aforementioned DOJ cases, remarked in a recent newsletter that local election officials should be working with their state's attorneys generals and other state officials on how best to counter these potential illegalities. So my question to you today is simple. Will your support of the president extend to carrying out illegal orders given by him, or will you stand for our democracy and allow the people to determine the outcome of the next election? Specifically, if federal agents appear at polling stations in our jurisdiction or the DOJ asks for our voter information, what will you do? Will you comply, or will you stand with our state's legal authorities to protect the integrity of our elections? Thank you very much.
Good evening, Sandy Pender, Frieden Township. I've had a young person living in my house for the last 2 weeks. He's 20 years old and a friend of my son's from high school. He grew up in a very abusive household, but was able to get some distance by going away to college. The abuse continued despite the distance, so he made the decision to cut ties with his parents. At 18, essentially on his own. He recently had to have surgery, so I offered to go with him, be his healthcare proxy, and also drive him back to our house for recovery. Over the last 2 weeks, I have helped him with wound care, laundry, and made sure he ate nutritious food. He is not going back to college in the fall because he cannot afford to continue with student loans despite scholarships. He is currently living outside of New Jersey with roommates so that he can afford rent. He is working but is not able to get health insurance through his job. Between rent, utilities, food, car maintenance, insurance, and gas, there is not much left over each week. He claims that he was doing okay for a while, but I know from our conversations that he is food insecure and skips meals. He had saved money for several years and bought a used car. At one point, he lived in that car for a short period of time. Recently, he got sideswiped by a truck, and his car got totaled. He did not have collision on that car because he could not afford to. He could just afford the minimum requirements for car insurance in his state. Over the last few years, he has always been one accident, one car repair, one health emergency away from being broke. I tell you all of these private details because being eligible and receiving Medicaid benefits have been a lifesaver for him. In addition to his recent surgery, he has had an autoimmune disease and also takes regular medications. Without Medicaid benefits, there is no way he could access care or afford his daily medications. He is far from alone. A large percent of our neighbors here in Sussex County are in the same boat. They are living on the edge every week, hoping the money will stretch far enough. They are barely scraping by, but have been able to get the care or medications they need through Medicaid. I am aware that a large portion of funding for Medicaid comes from the federal government. I'm also aware that our current administration is taking an axe to Medicaid funding. And I'm asking you, as representatives of our county, to use what power you do have to reach out to state and federal government representatives to keep this safety net in place for your constituents. There are so many people right now that could not live without it. I have seen it firsthand under my own roof. Thank you.
Amy Linnae, Lafayette. So 2 weeks ago, I spoke about how this administration's policies are negatively impacting farmers here in Sussex County. The struggle is real for all of them. Today, I want to speak more about negative impacts that this administration is having on our local citizens here in this county. YAP, or Youth Advocate Programs, is a national nonprofit that provides community-based alternatives to youth incarceration and residential care. Through highly personalized, trauma-informed, and mentorship models, YAP serves youth and families involved in justice, child welfare, and behavioral health systems. Since 2010, YAP has been working diligently in Sussex County. It started with in-house therapy and then spread to outpatient for teens and adolescents. With funding from Medicaid, YAP grew and also extended counseling to include adults and in-school sessions. The in-school program was up and running in its 15th successful year until suddenly a few weeks ago, the entire program was shut down. The staff had 3 weeks to try and scramble to transition all clients for in-school programs to find alternative solutions for all of their teens and adolescents. In Sussex County, over 100 individuals, both teens, adolescents, and adults, were affected by this closure. Sussex County has no other Medicaid programs to offer disadvantaged youth. 14 indispensable clinicians were let go here in Sussex County. This is not due to state cuts. They're all out of a job and they're all now looking for work. This is not due to state cuts, but due to federal mandates cutting Medicaid. This is how federal policies are hurting us, the people, here in Sussex County. These kids have been dropped, and some clinicians are now taking on these kids for free out of their love and dedication to serving and empowering individuals. They're trying not to let these kids fall through the cracks. So we care about the unborn, but we don't care about the born. I ask you, is this who we want to be as a society? We are damaging our children and our future, and for what? A war? A golden ballroom for $1 billion? Painting the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool? All of this nonsense. These policies are hurting us, all of us, even Sussex County citizens. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. I do appreciate it. It's not the complaint I have with you, it's your silence. From the podium on April 1st, the Trump criminal announced his path forward for this country. Quote, "We have to take care of one thing, military protection. It's not possible to fund Medicare, Medicaid, child care." And then, of course, later on, he went to the Trump fantasy world of alternate facts to support this outrageous plan for our country. His multitude of claims that all social services are rife with fraud are a common theme from his addled brain. He later on goes telling his budget director to illegally withhold all child care monies. Quote, "Don't send any money for daycare because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars." Yeah, wars he started, but cannot finish. So it's billions of dollars more for the Pentagon, America's biggest welfare client. This bloated, unaccountable agency has never undergone any kind of audit, charges $700 for a toilet seat, and is building weapon systems that make us less safe. How about nuclear reactors on the moon? Or a Golden Dome missile system run by AI computers that hallucinate a lot? Feel safer? Not to worry, Donald is building us a ballroom to celebrate all his military victories. Did it cost $2 million? Will it cost $400 million? Oh, all donated by his rich friends and chorus of ass kissers. No, not really. Now we get to cough up $1 billion. Not to worry, just cut a few more thousand from daycare, SNAP, and Medicaid, and all will be paid for. After all, as the Trump criminal says, they love my ballroom. They love my ballroom. Like hell we do. So what say you? Still support this criminal? Speak up. Tell the truth. The coming election will not be just a blue wave. It will be an extinction event for the Republican Party. Thank you.
John Snyder, Sandyston Township. Cole Thomas Allen. You'll remember who he is. White House, what do they call it, press dinner, whatever it was. Fired a few shots, hit one fella. Released an anti-Trump manifesto just before he did the shooting. A proud disciple of indivisible.org. A proud protester at No Kings rallies. Wonderful man. Everybody should be proud. I'm sure a lot of people in this room are proud of him for what he stood for, but not for his marksmanship. Jimmy Kimmel on April 23rd, talking about the First Lady. Our First Lady, Melania, is here. Looks so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow. What class? There's been 3 attempts so far in Donald Trump's life that we're aware of. There may have been others. But what do we hear? They're all staged. These are staged events. He's a great actor. That blood, I guess, that, you know, you're going to trust somebody at a few hundred yards to take a shot at you, just so you can get some sympathy, right? Hakeem Jeffries. What a guy. And once again, I'm sure many people tonight will agree with some of his quotes. Extreme MAGA Republicans are the threat to Americans. Saw a photo of him posed in front of a sign. Maximum warfare everywhere, all the time. And these beautiful people from Indivisible, they're so peaceful and loving. Look what they inspire. I heard the dirty word democracy mentioned here tonight. We live in a republic, not in a democracy. I had a shooting in Cambridge a couple of days ago by a man named Tyler Brown, who was 3 days out of a psychiatric hospital, had taken shots at police officers prior to that, and was released. I mean, when you see what happens in these blue states and blue cities, it's scary. A lot of sick people out there. And John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Did we hear any of that tonight? He would be a Republican. He would be MAGA. Last thing I want to say is let's get back on the gold standard. Thank you.
Jim Fiola, Sanderson Township. 2 weeks ago, I presented a resolution considering so my question is, I assume the council, has there been any progress on for the next meeting? Okay, and you would then be joining the chorus of literally thousands of other folks in the state who have been sent letters, postcards, telegrams, emails, text messages to the governor. Urge the governor to support. Thank Commissioner Silverthorne and Henderson last week for the historical, or 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, coming to the historical Barker event, which is kind of ironic that 90 years ago, this monument was put for the CCC, and we're considering right now ending the whole story. Thank you, and I appreciate, and I'll be tracking to see.
Also would be interested in coming to see. I couldn't make the marker presentation, but if you could shoot me an email, I'd like to set up a time to come look myself.
Okay, I can.
Anyone else? You want to come with me? Yeah.
Quite the backyard. Oaks and school, in school.
You should just shoot an email to like me or Christina, and we'll figure out a time when we can come.
Great. Okay.
Sounds good.
D-Day is June 29th, the end of.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to close the floor for public comment and return to regular business? Okay, Commissioner
Second.
Silverthorne, a second. Deputy Director DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose, abstain. Motion carries. Number 24, reminders, please check.
Just ask one thing quick,
Sure.
maybe from county council. Am I wrong not thinking that we as a county have no authority to put a moratorium on township?
Municipal planning is solely a function of the municipalities. You can pass whatever moratorium you want, and it is not binding at all. Towns have to do that themselves. You can talk to all the mayors. It's a more.
Okay. Please check the county's website at www.sussex.nj.us for meeting schedules. Number 25, Linda, you're up.
Providing for an executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12 et sec. Whereas the subject matters about to be discussed may be excluded from the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of County Commissioners as an exception to the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, and whereas it appears necessary for the Board of County Commissioners to discuss such matters in executive session. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the board at this time enter into an executive session from which the public shall be excluded. And be it further resolved that the general natures of the subject to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated below. Number 4, matters relating to collective bargaining agreements, PBA prosecutor. And number 7, matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and the attorney-client privilege, homestead. Be it further resolved that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners, or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality, and be it further resolved that upon completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall reconvene and resume its meeting open to the public. And be it further resolved that the board expects to take formal action after returning from executive session, except to adjourn the regular meeting.
I just want to clarify real quick, County Council, there's one additional matter that we'll be discussing in executive session as well, correct? That the board would have to make decision.
Okay, can I get a motion to adopt the executive session resolution and enter into executive session? Okay, Commissioner Henderson, second.
Second.
Commissioner Carney, any discussion? All in favor? Aye, opposed, abstain. Okay. Thank you, everyone.